right, all right. Welcome. Hey, I like that. Welcome to another episode of Three Mics No Filter, where you get real talk, real conversations from average, everyday, real people. That's gonna
I don't know
bring you a
about
little bit of
average.
fun.
I'm above
So
average.
not average. Okay.
I'm
That's
above
real.
average. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? I don't know about nobody else, but brother is above average. I know I ain't
yeah,
supposed
for
to
sure.
be, like, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Say it how you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. So yeah. So welcome. I am one of your three hosts. I'm on mic number one, Melvanti. On mic number two, since I'm never alone, I'm with my boy Tone. Tone, talk to the folks a little bit.
I'm riding every time with that man. That's the best man I know. We didn't say this last time, but that's the best man at both of our weddings. And
Yeah,
both of
yeah.
these men were in not my
That's
wedding.
crazy. Yeah, you're
We
right.
were
Yeah.
all in each other's
That's
weddings.
true.
You feel me? So I'm
Yeah,
just saying, we
that's
That's right.
true.
brothers like that. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I'm your boy Tone. I'm
yeah.
on mic two. Probably gonna consistently be on mic two because Emil has technical issues. Every time we try to load this shit up, he gonna be
All the
late.
time.
I'm just saying.
So
Don't
running late all the
understand
Me,
why.
time.
I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? It's Ram's house on mine. You know what I'm saying? We had work today, but we'll talk about that later.
For sure, for sure. All right, so on mic number three is my boy Emil, holla at him.
Hey, having no grades. I'm just here having a good time to spit some knowledge to you folks, and hopefully you learn something.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something too? He's always having a good time. I don't never know this dude not having a good time. Yeah,
Can't think of
That
really
that's
is
him
true.
good.
not having a good time. Yeah, he bring the energy. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no bad
Yeah.
days. I like that.
That's true. Yeah, and I can
Okay.
appreciate that too. Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
always he's that's one thing I can always appreciate about Emil is he's always the same person all the time, every time. So
Yeah.
yeah, for
Oh yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Shout out E.
yeah,
His
for
Well,
sister.
sure.
thank you
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
flowers.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. We always got to give out flowers, you know what I'm saying? So when they do, we definitely put them out. So hey, so check this out. So as we talked about before in our first episode of our podcast, if you guys all listen, this is our second episode that we're starting out. We're gonna
What's
always
good?
look to just have everyday genuine conversation about things that happen in the world, the things that happen in life, and there'll be times that we will talk and have a lot of fun about things, but there are also going to be things that are going to happen that they're going to be, pretty serious and some things that we really want to discuss. And so I think today will be one of those days where we're going to have a little bit of a serious conversation on the front half of the podcast, and then on the back end of the podcast, we'll wrap it up with some fun stuff and some light stuff. But I think we want to get into some of the things that really have been kind of happening in our country. As you guys know, there's been a lot that's been going on in our country. More specifically, the things that have been happening is with ICE. And we mentioned, in the last podcast, it was like, yo, we're hopeful that, ICE will stop snatching up people, and doing the things that they've been doing, harassing people. And so again, hopeful of that. And then right in start of
2
2026,
days later.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
multiple situations to where people have not only been shot but have been killed. And so I know everyone knows about Renee Good, the 37-year-old white female that was shot. One of the things I'm not really sure that people know of is a young man named Keith Porter, 43-year-old man living in Northridge, California, out here on the West Coast where we are. And what happened was this guy, this young man was as a lot of people do on New Year's Eve, they go out and they shoot their guns. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what people do. And so
It's a
this
it's a
this man went
tradition,
out.
especially in a
It
more
is.
urban neighborhood. Not to cut you off,
Yes.
Melvanti, but
No, please.
that is
Yeah.
that is part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know something, but it's also dangerous too, because you shoot the bullets
Absolutely.
up in the air, but you don't know where they're coming down. So
Absolutely.
when I was
Right.
in Kansas, well, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised. And I can almost guarantee you every other year, somebody's getting hit by a stray bullet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that is a
Yeah.
dangerous practice.
Yeah. Look, I don't do
Right.
it for that reason, but to the point, right,
Exactly.
wrong, or indifferent, that's what happened, as
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah, and so he was out there, celebrating, the New Year's, and from my understanding, he had a assault type rifle that he was firing in the air. Now he was firing in the air, and somebody happened to hear him firing in the air. They heard him, and then they said that the sound like they got closer. Now this person that I'm speaking of that heard him, or one of the people that from the article that I heard that heard him was an off duty off
Off
duty
duty.
ICE. Yeah, I know I couldn't say that correctly, but
Off duty ICE, like
yes, he was an
Immigration
off duty.
Customs and Enforcement officer. Wow.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yes, right, exactly. So yeah, let's make that distinction. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer heard the shots. Now, most people, I would say, like for me, if I heard people shooting outside my house,
I'm not going out the house.
I'm not grabbing a weapon going out the house to confront them. What I
Wow.
would do is what
Said
most
that.
people would
Yeah,
do.
for real.
Right, is what most people would do is they would call the police, let the police handle it because that's what they do. But
If you're
this
so
off
inclined.
duty, yes, this off duty ICE officer decides to grab his service revolver or service weapon, I should say, and go outside to confront this man. Now, from the article I read, that when he went out, he identified himself as an officer. Now, I'm not sure if he identified himself as an ICE officer or if he just identified himself as an officer, but he did, from what the article said, he identified himself. Now, mind you, there's no eyewitnesses. So this is his word against a dead man's word.
Wow.
And we all know dead men tell no tales. So it's his word. And so what he said
And we
was
don't
he
have
went
any
out,
camera footage.
no camera footage, nothing. So he went out, identified himself, and from what he says was that the man raised his weapon and fired 3 rounds at him. Did not hit him,
Because we know
but he
ICE is
returned.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is
No,
I
please.
really get fired up and,
Yeah,
because they're so, honest and forthtelling about how they
right.
write their reports and handle their business off duty
Of
or
course.
on duty. So,
Of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
I absolutely believe what he's saying. Fuck out of
Yeah.
here. That's crazy.
Right. Right. So he says he
That's
fired
crazy.
3 shots. So he returns fire, kills the man. Now, after that, he goes
I'm sorry.
upstairs.
I'm sorry, Melvante. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, no,
No.
no, please.
So Porter, he alleges Porter fired 3 shots at him with an assault rifle.
Yes, with an assault type rifle. They didn't say exactly. He just said an assault type rifle. Yeah.
No, I know where you're going with this, huh? Go ahead.
Yeah, but this is about to get, it's gonna get a little more interesting too. So
Mhm.
I'm just,
that's what he says. So after that, he goes up to his apartment. He goes and he puts on his vest, and he calls the police at that time and reports gunshots
after he
fired.
shot him,
Yes, yes. So then police arrive on the scene. And Porter's already deceased, and so now they get
did
the
he
story.
render aid?
I didn't get
Mhm.
any info that he rendered any aid, that he attempted
But
to
he went to
help
go put
him
his
at
shit
all.
on.
He went to go
Though.
he went to go gear up, and then, only then, did he call the
Can I stop
police.
you right there? Let me
Only
stop
then.
you right there. So, ma'am, so peace officer that shoots a perpetrator,
Perpetrator.
Perpetrator.
yeah, there we go.
We
They
got
supposed
you.
to render aid.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
where was that at?
Right.
He
But
was
why
gonna
are
go
you
put
but
it on
why are
his
you
shit so
rolling
he
up on
didn't get shot.
somebody but why are you rolling up on somebody and you off duty? Why are you rolling up? Why don't you just call
Bruh.
the police from the jump?
There's
Why don't you
nobody,
call
so we
police from the
have
jump?
nobody cam. You're off
No.
duty, son. You ain't
Right.
stay in the
And you're
house
an
or
ICE
call
agent.
the police. If you're that worried about it, call the police. Like, and I get it. If I heard somebody outside my door firing an assault type rifle, I'd feel a way too, and I may or may not, don't know. Call. But come on, man.
Right.
But it's New Year's Eve.
But
Even more
but
so,
but
go
but
call.
here's the thing though, fellas. Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. It's the boldness of him to grab
It's the
his
entitlement.
right. So you now are not only ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement. You're just basically
Immigration and
now
Customs
law enforcement.
Enforcement.
Now
We're
you're
not
just
law
law
enforcement.
enforcement. No, but that's the way you rolling. That's the way
I
you
mean,
rolling. And here's the
the
thing though.
administration
But
has
here's the thing.
empowered them to feel like they're law enforcement.
Yes,
You feel me? So,
yes.
yeah.
But here's also the thing too though. So now LAPD, of course, is on the case and they're doing an investigation. But one of the things now, again, this is all preliminary. So this is all things that I've just read just thus far, and I haven't gotten an update from it as of yet. But one of the things that they were questioning was, so if Mr. fired 3 shots, then there should be 3 rounds. There should be 3 rounds. So that's something that they're looking into. But where are these 3 rounds? Because if they fired at you and you're saying you fire back because it was self defense, then there should be three
What's his
rounds
first name?
somewhere. Somewhere
Keith
there should
Porter?
be 3 rounds. Keith Porter,
Mhm.
43 years. Yeah. So that's what I'm. So okay. So now we have that situation. Then, of course, we have the situation in Minnesota. Now, here's the thing: the Keith Porter incident, nobody really heard about because I know I didn't hear it on mainstream news.
I didn't
Mm-mm.
hear about it. I didn't know about it. You brought it up.
And let me tell you something. I mean, I'm not. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole, but the news sucks. I mean, I'm being dead ass right now. News sucks. Like, it's horrible. They don't report on anything that people want to listen to. They want to report on things that people want to click on. And so the news
Sensationalized.
sucks.
That's right. The
Exactly.
clickbait. You're right. That's
So
exactly right.
but this happened to this man and we don't hear anything about it. Now, on the flip side of it, we have, Miss Renee Good, the young lady who was just shot in the face.
37-year-old Minneapolis resident, mother of three,
Yes,
Mhm.
with her partner next to her. So initially,
her
so here's
wife.
the thing. Right, her wife. So initially, here's the thing, and I mean,
Just based the new year,
like,
the mother of 43-year-old Keith Porter is still
Email crash in the park.
what was that email? Yeah.
43-year-old Keith.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking up Keith Porter. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking
I was
for
gonna
it.
say
Yeah.
you need to put the closed captions on, Playboy. So,
God.
of course, this made news for sure, and it not only made news, but what you started to see was different angles from these things happening.
Mhm.
So, the ICE officer felt that his life was in danger, and so he fired into the car. Now, one thing,
The ICE officer is Jonathan Ross.
correct.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay,
Tony. Thank you
I
for that
got
because
you.
I didn't have
Okay.
that info,
So
but thank you. So
can
yes,
can time out on this one? So
okay,
they claim that the officer suffered from PTSD. He has served numerous tours over Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
So
he's a veteran.
when you're over there, you're taught to shoot at the softest part of the automobile, which is
The window.
the person.
But
The
hold
person.
on, Email, hold on,
Yeah, hold
Email.
on.
Hang on,
Yeah,
This is the
let
thing.
jumping the
me
shark.
Wait,
let me get to my point though.
no, but I'm
Because I'm
okay. Go ahead, because I'm gonna back
because
up into that.
I'm hitting both sides. So his training was to shoot at
Partner
the softest part of the automobile to hinder the threat.
from
There
it.
was no
Yeah,
threat.
I got you.
This was a woman. She was trying to pull off. I don't know what flashed in him.
I got some information on that. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Tom.
Let's let
It's
Melvasi
still
finish though.
okay. Go ahead.
Cause
Go
yeah,
ahead.
no, cause let's
Yeah.
get the
So no,
information.
I just wanted to say because yeah, let me paint the story, and then y'all can
Mhm.
just go ahead and just
Hmm.
jump in on that. So here's the thing. Yeah. So as we saw from multiple angles in the video, for one, she was getting multiple orders, and as you know, as we've seen a lot of black men killed, a lot of times there are multiple orders, so you don't know what to.
And they're being
One
screamed
says
at
get
you.
right, one saying get out, one saying move. So her wife jumps
Keep
in
your
the
phone.
car, they let her car go by. Her wife jumps in the car. They get
She
ready to
tried
pull
to jump.
out.
She tried to jump in
Right.
the car. The doors was locked. The wife didn't get in the car.
But she didn't get in the car? I thought she was in the
I
car.
got you. Listen, look. So look.
Okay. Okay. Hey,
So
that's what's up.
I got some because I went down a rabbit hole on this a little bit. So
I
Okay.
ain't
Jonathan
hey,
Ross, the
that
PTSD
happens.
that happened, Emil, it's not necessarily understand that he served and he's been in law enforcement for a few years, but the PTSD derives from an earlier incident earlier this year or last year, approximately 6 months ago, where he grabbed onto the side of a car
Yep.
and was dragged
Right.
down the street and suffered wounds to his hands and body and stuff like that. That could be part of the PTSD of why he felt so threatened and needed to stop the thing. Now I saw some footage today, looked like it came from CNN because I think I saw Anderson Cooper on there. What I saw was because my question was when I first saw it, it was just I just saw an ICE agent go to the door and start pulling on the door trying to open
Uh,
the door. They told her to get out the car and they tried to open the door. My first question was, well, why is she blocking the street? Right?
mm-hmm.
Like was she trying to get around some shit or what? Turns out they were protesting. Her wife and Renee's wife and Renee, Miss Good, were protesting and the
Oh, so they were.
wife had gotten out the car. She was having words with the officer, with Officer Ross. Officer Ross is yelling, like kind of aggressively yelling at Miss Good.
And he
And
was
Miss
recording,
Good,
right?
huh?
He was
His body
recording.
cam. I think yeah,
Well,
yeah. It looks like
because
it's
he
his
had a
body cam.
camera. He had a camera because I remember them saying that because she was saying, because she was recording too, and she was like, "Yeah, you can get our license plate, and
Yeah,
then you can come and
that's
get
the
us
wife.
later."
Yeah,
Yeah,
so she said,
yeah, yeah.
we don't change our license plates every morning
Right,
like you guys
right,
do, so
right,
you can come and see us." So
right, right,
the wife and him were having more of a thing. He's yelling and he's like got the like those little siren things going. Miss Good is behind the wheel of the car and she says, "I'm not mad at you." Like
right.
she
Yeah.
doesn't look violent or threatening at all.
No,
And
she
he
was
walks
actually
to the
smiling.
thank you. He walks
Yes.
to the back of the car and then that's when him and the wife exchange words. The wife tries to get back in the car. She can't get in the car. They're telling her to move. That's when he runs up and starts grabbing at the handle and then she starts to try to peel off and then that's when he shoots. But again, if I have PTSD from someone hitting me with a car, I'm not gonna jump in front of another guy doggone car.
But here's the thing too though, Tony. Here's the thing too though. He got out of the way.
He jumped out the
He
way.
got out
Absolutely.
of the way. And then
Absolutely.
also, so okay, so we're talking about the shooting into the car. Now, I don't know this to be fact. These are just things I'm hearing. So I haven't jumped into this and I haven't really gotten, the information down pat, but my understanding is
Because the
that they
information it's kind of cloudy, because of
it's
who
cloudy, but
Yes,
and you're
it
providing it.
is.
hearing so many different things. But
Absolutely.
from what I've heard is that they actually don't teach you to shoot in the car because you don't know who else is in the car. So they
Absolutely.
teach you not only do you not shoot in the car because you don't know who's in the car, but then when you shoot into the car, if you incapacitate the driver, then they could end up hitting somebody else. Which she didn't hit somebody else, but she did run into another parked car.
And
So
accelerate him
so
too, right?
So
right,
no,
right.
let me
So
no, no,
so
no.
so
That's not always correct because military, the security forces, they are taught to shoot into the car.
but
But
he's
that's
not
military.
military. He's not
That's military.
military,
This
Emil.
isn't military.
But he was
He's not.
prior military though.
That doesn't
But
mean it's
at this point,
right.
he's not working in the military capacity. He's
Right.
working in
Which
law
which
That
which
enforcement.
is
doesn't
So
true.
there's a clear
that doesn't
difference.
mean it's right. Because look, same
But
thing.
We have
yeah,
different rules of
yeah,
engagement.
don't you still
Exactly.
carry that same training?
But you
No.
can't, Emil.
It's
You
part of my
can't.
training. It's part of my background training, but I have to
Right.
be the
I
law
gotta let
enforcement
that
at this
go.
point.
I gotta
We're
Some
let
not
that
people
just
don't.
go.
Wild West out there. Not at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
but to be honest, some people don't.
I
I
mean,
But
mean,
of
because
so
course.
that
to be honest,
so
because
therein lies the issue. So
all
therein
right.
lies
So
the issue.
let me change this up a little bit. So we're all prior military. So didn't we carry some stuff over that we got from military to our civilian lives, like getting up
Absolutely.
early, showing up to work all the time?
Emil.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's
Emil.
the same thing this guy
Emil.
carried on.
You can't, but this
Email,
Yeah.
is not, that's
email,
not showing up
email.
like
That's not
good work
killing people,
habits
man.
is not killing
That's not
people.
killing
Yeah.
people,
And
dog.
it's not in this,
Like you have to
and
think that
our jobs aren't in the service of protect and serve. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And then he's not even law enforcement. He's immigration customs.
right.
Which
That's
is
an
true.
American citizen. Why are you shooting at an American citizen?
Exactly.
I'm not saying
Exactly.
that it's right,
Because
but I'm just saying
because
that
here's
his
the
thought
thing.
process as a human behavior, he might have carried that over. I
But
mean,
he's
it's
His
a
thought
wrong.
process
possibility.
was
Okay.
been run
Okay.
over
Email.
before.
Email.
Yeah.
I give you that. I give you that. He might have carried it over, but
Mhm.
guess what? You're wrong.
He ain't
So that
supposed to.
means you murdered
Yeah,
somebody. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yes,
That's murder, bro.
he may have said you may have
And
said,
they're
you know
trying to
what,
spin
man?
it as self defense at
Right.
this
But
point.
you say, you know what, man? You know what? Check this out. He carried that over from his military time. He spent time in Afghanistan, so he was
He
shooting at
did.
people, killing people there, and so he came back here to protect and
That's not gonna
serve,
work for us.
yeah. But
If
what are
any
you
of us
doing?
go off the rails and start shooting, they're not gonna say, "Ah, well, they were deployed." And
No.
And
know what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing
It's gonna be
though.
different. It's gonna be different.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, too. She's a civilian. Okay. This isn't a war situation. She's a
It's not a
civilian.
Mhm.
war.
Look,
It's on
they
the
can
public
say all
streets
they
of
they can say all they
Minneapolis.
want to that she used that car as a weapon. They can say that all they want to, but this man was able to get out of the way. If you get out of harm's way, and again, from what I've been
Had the
reading and
license
what
plate.
I've heard, that you shouldn't be shooting in the cars. Like so, if you had that in on the war, then guess what? You shouldn't have done that, and
In the
now you should be
military,
dealing
you're
with
right.
murder.
You're right, Emil. In the military, yes,
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying. So after you said it,
I do
you're
too.
right. But that's
Yeah,
combat. So yes,
yes,
we're trying to stop him from hurting other potential people on our side, right? That's on the public street
it's on the street.
No.
in middle America, brother, like
Yeah.
Minneapolis. So
And so my thought process was she was not a threat, but I
What?
can see what he was thinking. But and if you look at it, she's not a threat.
He shot 3 times.
3 times. 3.
He
Yeah.
hit her
And
3
so,
times in the
okay,
head.
so here's the thing, Emil. Okay, so here's the thing. So, okay, so you say
And they wouldn't let the person I'm
that,
sorry.
and look,
They wouldn't let the person there was a
It
doctor
was a
on the
doctor.
side,
It was a doctor there on
and
site.
he's like,
Yeah.
"Can I try to render aid?" And they're, "No," and aggressive.
no,
Like, "Come
yeah,
on, man, what are we
yeah.
doing?" Like, "Nah,
Mhm.
I'm sorry."
So here's the thing, Emil. And so, okay, so I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. As a man from the military, he's taught to shoot stuff as part of the car. So in Portland, Oregon, there were 2 undocumented. Well, from the report,
Report
undocumented.
that part. Look,
Yeah,
make sure we put that part
that's
in
what I
there
want
because
to
we
say. I
don't
want to
know.
say from the report because we don't know. But from the report, there were 2 undocumented Venezuelans who supposedly are a part of, supposed to be a part of that Trey de Agua. I can't even say the name. I've been trying to
Yeah, I don't
figure
know,
out how to
but
say
I
the
know.
name all day. I can't say it. But it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
part of that gang. So ICE enforcement agents
allegedly.
allegedly pulled over these 2 individuals. The man's name, I'm a butcher her name for sure. But the man's name was Luis David Nino, and the woman's name was Yoralindsay Beth Zambora Contreras. Supposedly, based upon the report, they were supposed to be a part of this notorious Venezuelan gang. You know, this gang that 47 has been saying, I don't say his name, I just say the number. That
Okay,
47
I do.
supposedly, 47 says it's this notorious Venezuelan gang. So they supposedly,
Because we can trust
the
what he
agent
said.
supposedly, right, pulled him over
Yeah.
and was trying to find out who they were, where they're from. So again, allegedly, they use their car as a weapon. So the agent fires 2 shots into the car, hits the guy in his arm, hits the girl in the chest, but they roll off. They get away. They roll off.
This is the
Then
day after the
this is the
incident
day
with in
after
Minneapolis.
Minnesota. Correct. So then they get away a ways, and then the police get a report of of shots and being shot. So they go find these 2, send them to the hospital, and then the agents are then there waiting for them to recover. They were released. They're supposed to be allegedly. My understanding is they're under DHS custody. So now I totally understand what you're saying when you say, "Hey, that's what you're taught in wartime." But this is another time. This is another time that ICE agents have shot into a car. All right.
Sound
Now,
like we got
the
3 incidents in a week,
right?
twice,
Yes.
and
So
so that's the new game?
so tell me what's going on. And so this is where we get worried, okay? Because tell me what's going on. Because before
Mhm.
you were harassing people at their jobs and in churches and stuff, and now,
Y'all
no,
in the street with it.
now JV Vance. I don't call him JD. I call him JV because he's not up to par to be.
He ain't
He's
even junior
JV.
varsity,
He's
homie.
JV. Junior varsity
Yeah.
like a mug.
He ain't even
Like
junior varsity. That's a
right,
sophomore team.
so real talk, I can't take credit for that. I know that sounds cool. I just can't take credit for that. I heard it from somebody else. I don't know who it
I
was,
heard it from you, you know what I'm saying?
but I just yeah. So,
I like
but he's saying we're gonna be going door to door. You know what I'm saying? Checking people's stuff. So look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, like you hear all this stuff going on. Okay, you hear all this stuff going on, and you think to yourself, what can I do against something like this, man? Like, what can I do? So
How
let me
about vote
let
and do something? Because I don't feel sorry because New Mexico, Nevada, they were strong Republican votes for this election. And so he told you what he was going to do. He didn't lie. He told you what he was going to do,
that's the one
and
time he
and
didn't.
they still voted for him. So I don't feel sorry.
Yeah,
well,
we
I'm
had
not saying
history
I
to show us what
well.
he did.
Let me say this. So let me say that I don't I don't feel sorry for the people that voted for him. Okay? That I don't.
But other
I do feel
people
sorry,
are
but
suffering
I
the
do feel
consequences.
sorry because of the collateral damage that's happening because of this.
That
Mhm.
part.
And so
Collateral
and
damage.
so here's the thing. Like, okay, you say, what can you do? Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Don't come knocking at my door. Let me just say that. Okay?
I
Don't
mean,
come
you gotta be
knocking at my
careful though.
door.
You gotta be careful
I
though.
know. All I'm saying is don't knock on my door. That's all I'm saying. Just don't
If
knock
they
on my
knock on
door.
Hopefully
your
I
door, don't answer
hopefully I
or
answer
open
the
the door.
door because
Yeah.
if
No.
if my wife answered the door, it's gonna be a different story.
So
Because she's
I'm
from
just saying
Texas.
don't knock on my door. Now, back to what you're talking about, Emil. And here's the thing, like, so we have to look out for each other. All right. We have to look out for each other. Like I've been hearing what people have been talking about the whistles and stuff. And I
That's what
didn't
Miss
know,
Good was doing with the
and so
whistle.
I didn't know, but yeah, like that's the thing. You know what I mean? And like I guess in Mexico they do that as well. And so that's been a thing. And so I can understand that, that they've been doing it. But here's the thing, Emil, like
Now,
we can tell
no, real
people
quick.
all day long. Hold on. We can tell people
Oh,
all day long to vote. We can tell them that all day long. But it's more than just that. It's more than just that. Yeah, it is voting, but you also have to educate people on why they're voting. It's more than just, hey, you need to go vote. Because you know what? There was a good portion of people that voted for Carnell West. There was a good portion of people that voted for, I can't remember the lady's name that was also,
So you're saying
oh,
those are
Jill
like
Stein. Jill Stein.
not wasted
So
votes, but those
right.
votes don't
So people
hit
are voting, they're
target.
voting third party as a way to say, you know what,
I don't support any of this
this is my thing because, I don't support
protest.
anything. I don't like anything people are doing. So to me, that again, those are wasted votes. But not only that,
yes,
so you have to educate people because not only do you have those people who voted third party or these other parties, but understand this. You had 90 million people that stayed home. 90. Like that's crazy, man. Like think about that. Like when I heard about that, like when I
Crazy.
heard that, it was hard for me to even fathom what that really meant.
That's
Like
not crazy. It's
like
not even
I
crazy,
thought
but
about it. Like I
it's
thought about it and
lazy.
I was like, "Ooh, that's a lot of motherfucking people," right? But then I thought about
Lazy,
it and I was
dog. In this
like,
day and age, it's too
so
"Yo,"
easy to vote, bro. Like,
right?
come on, man.
I
You
was
yeah.
can
like,
mail
So
it
"Yo,
in. You
let
can
man."
me
vote
let me let
early.
me let me let me piggyback real quick, and I don't mean to overstep, but can you go back and kind of explain to the folks what is
The
the
whistle.
whistle? Because a lot of people probably don't know what the whistle is.
So the whistle is, and this is my understanding, and if you guys have heard differently or something else, then just correct me. But my understanding is what they do is they blow the whistle to let people know that the ICE agents are in the area
Okay.
so they can warn people
Oh, it's
that
like
ICE
flipping birds in training day.
yeah. Yes, yes.
No.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, I feel
So
that.
Gotcha.
that's a thing that um I was watching this show. I forgot what channel it was on, but it was on TV, and they had this guy that it's escaping me exactly where he was from, but I want to say it was somewhere on the East Coast, and so they were kind of praising him because that's something that he came up with. And so I was sitting there watching TV, and I was like, "Yo, man, that's a cool idea to do that." And so my wife was like, they've been doing that in Mexico for a long time. I was like, "Really?" She said,
Wow.
"Yeah."
Okay.
She's like, that's something that they do." She was like, "So, I know it sounds, to Americans, I know it sounds like, wow, that's and a really like great thing, but that's something that, and the man happened to be, Hispanic. I don't know if he's Mexican. I mean, that's my assumption, but he was Hispanic, and so she said that's just something that they brought here to really kind of help out so that people can be aware. And so that's why a lot of people, and what they did was, this man, he was part of an organization that what they would do is they bought whistles and they would go around and pass them out within the community. So that way, when the community, saw any ICE agents in the area, that they would blow the whistle to alert people that, hey,
Okay.
ICE is
It's a
in the
good
area.
idea.
So yeah, so yeah,
Well,
That's a
so
good
yeah,
well,
idea.
yeah.
well, thank you for explaining that to the audience because I know a lot of people probably didn't know what the whistle was. Yeah, that's why I
No,
wanted
that's
to
good.
stop you because
Yeah,
you was like the whistle. I was like, okay, a lot of people.
no, that's
Too
good
short.
shit, email. I appreciate that. That's good shit for sure.
Thought
Yeah.
you talking
So
about too short.
yeah, yeah,
One
yeah, that's
layup.
yeah.
I had
Hey, Tony, you
yeah.
take us back on that one, huh? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
on myself.
You talking about
yeah,
the hootie hoo?
No, no, no. The blow the whistle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hootie Who, that was Outcast.
Yeah, that was
From
okay. That was my shit
Yeah,
1998.
right there.
yeah, yes,
That's
we
all my
know.
shit. Yeah.
Yes, we
My
know.
White Owls are burning kind of slow.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah. My bad. I'm sorry. My
yeah.
beard.
So,
My bad.
Should
so
I
yeah,
play that?
so email. So no, it's all good. So So yeah, so again, we're going through some really tough times, in our country. And so we really got to look to support each other and help each other out. Everybody,
Yeah,
because this is affecting everybody. What's happening in our country
it is.
is affecting everybody. So not only with the ICE agents and stuff that's going on, we've been dealing with high as food prices,
Mm,
everything's going up, insurance subsidies have gone up. So people are struggling there. Despite
no,
what they say, the job markets aren't looking as good as they say that they are. Of course,
yeah,
that
That's
was
who's
going to be
running
the
the
case.
report.
Right, because look who's running a report. Because when you fire a person and you put your own person in charge, and of course you know that the numbers are going to be suspect. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that's happening in the
Crazy work.
world. And so understand this. We've gone into some really uncharted waters, man. So check this out. So you mean to tell me that if we don't like what another country is doing, we can just go in and just snatch up their president and just roll out with him, just
Dog,
roll out with him?
apparently.
dog.
That's what we can do. I mean,
I didn't know. To me, that's and isn't it kind of ironic that that man is a lot like some of the stuff he does and some of his methods, Maduro, I mean, sound a lot like
Hmm.
some other person that's in charge or some shit.
yeah.
It
Game
was so
recognize
funny because
Tony. Game
I was
recognized
having,
game,
oh,
Tony.
I was having a conversation with somebody earlier today, and it was like, "Well, what happened if somebody comes in and snatch our president?"
I would can they
Yeah.
please? I'm sorry, I can't say that.
I mean,
You can
for
say that.
one, it won't happen. I mean,
Can
because
it?
the individual I was talking to, they was
I'll leave
like,
the door open. You know what I'm
He ain't
saying?
my commander. He ain't my commander in chief no more. So right.
so the conversation I was having was, well, what happens if that country decides they want to snatch our president? And I was like, well, because
Listen
they
No,
would
they
have
though,
did that
won't.
by
but
then.
that's the thing though, That's a
We
blatant
went
thing.
in
Hold on, bro.
we went in a day and snatched somebody's president out of their country. Isn't that
And his
crazy?
wife. And the
Yeah,
And
and
wife.
his wife.
son. We
I didn't hear
snatched the
about the
son
son.
too.
I ain't hear
Yeah,
about
we
the
snatched the
son. I heard
son.
about the wife.
Yeah,
I heard about the
we got the
wife.
son.
I didn't hear about the son. But
And
that's
they
my
dumped on
thing though.
people too.
Like, man,
They
look,
dumped
I
on
wasn't
some
Yes.
getting
folks
on
too.
high. Hold on.
And the killer thing was like there was no American casualties. They clipped our helicopter by accident and we was up out of there. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That we
it
can
is.
go in there and do some shit like that?
But can I tell you
That's an
something that's
act of
even
war
crazier? So can I
to
tell you
me.
something even crazier though? Can I tell you something even
Yeah.
crazier? So here's the thing. So they go up and they snatch dude up, right? So originally,
Mhm.
originally, the reason why they snatched him up was because of drugs, right? Because
Allegedly.
because
Because I mean, do we
allegedly,
know this?
allegedly,
I guess that's my
yeah,
thing too.
no,
Because that's what
allegedly.
you're
Because
saying, but
remember,
I can't believe anything you say, sir.
no doubt. Because remember, we were
Mhm.
blowing boats out of the water like no problem. But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
If that's what we wanted, then why weren't we just like capturing people and trying to get them to talk? But hold on. Let me digress, though. Now,
I thought we wanted the oil.
we're saying allegedly we wanted him for that, right? We wanted him for drugs.
Yeah.
Is
But
oil a
didn't
drug?
didn't we? Hold on. But didn't we pardon somebody from Honduras who was known for smuggling over 400, I want to say 400 tons of cocaine into the
400
US
tons, metric
and was
tons?
convicted and then he got pardoned. And then they
I
said,
mean,
okay,
to be fair,
it's
I
our
all
didn't know
good.
about
president
that.
was convicted too.
It's all good though. But hold on. But you sell us this lie. So you
Fucking
sell us
crazy.
this. So first you say it's drugs. Then you say it's weapons. You said because first they said, okay, well that can't stick. So okay, so now you're gonna say it's weapons because he had machine guns in the house. Okay, well no, that's not the case.
Uh,
So now you so
don't
now you
forget
come out and say it.
don't forget he was elected to get out and he didn't leave.
Yeah. So
Maduro?
not only so then
Mhm.
afterwards, then you finally come out and
That
you
sounds
say,
familiar.
Heaven.
well, we want the oil. Well, we want the oil. Well, we know you wanted the oil.
Mhm.
We know that's but here's the thing. What happens? Because look, our DOJ has been fucking up royally. They've been losing cases left and right. So what happens if they lose this case? What happens then?
God.
So what happens? What happens if we lose this case and we gotta ship his ass back? Then what happens? What's going on? Right?
I don't even see. I don't
Oh
even
wait.
understand
do you
how
really
it
believe we're
works
gonna
though.
lose this case?
Huh?
I don't think he's already tried and convicted already. That's not gonna be a fair trial at all.
Yeah, no, but that look, I'm gonna tell you something. That
Because that's not NATO. This is us.
they've had to change the charges because they knew shit wouldn't stick. That's
But hold
telling you
on.
something.
How do I, as the American government, the United States of American government, go to foreign soil and snatch somebody up?
Oh, well,
without
because we
NATO's approval.
no, well, because we're the U.S. That's how they're spinning it. We're the U.S. That creepy motherfucking Stephen Miller boy, I tell you, that dude, that's who's really running the country. I'm gonna be honest with you. That bald headed, be looking, that dude looks
Pasty.
weird. Yeah, pasty ass. That dude looks weird, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude that's really kind of running this. You know what I mean? Like that's the dude that's handling this, and so, you know, it it's a problem when, and again, now mind you, all these things are going on, right? Now mind you, we got the Venezuela, we got the ice stuff. Oh, don't forget about Greenland. So we trying to fuck the Dutch over Greenland. Okay, now mind you,
Why?
check this out though. Check this out though. All this shit is happening. We're still waiting on the Epstein files.
Yeah,
Nobody's
no, we
talking
ain't
about
getting that.
that.
Ah,
We
Nobody's
ain't getting
talking
that.
about
He
that.
released what he wanted us to
Nobody.
know.
But
You know
here's
what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
though. So the same two cats.
but
So the
isn't
same two
isn't that
cats.
called
Go ahead.
isn't that called the Kansas City Shuffle?
Yes, yes. But here's the thing though. The same two cats
Hmm.
that brought that law, that they made that law, where they brought the vote again to the law for him to release the Epstein files. I think it's Ro Khanna from California, and I forget the other cat's name. He's a Republican. They have also now trying to put in place. I think they're trying to get it through a federal judge to have somebody assigned to release the files instead of waiting for the DOJ to kind of do all these things of redacting to protect people and blah blah blah. They're like, yeah, no, you know what? Since y'all gonna play this shit, then this is what we gonna do. What we gonna do is we're gonna look to appoint somebody to oversee the transfer of the files because y'all taking way too long. Y'all supposed to have this shit rolled out on the 19th of December, and now here we are,
Well,
almost
of course they're
another
gonna
a
take
month.
too long because they don't really want to do that. And to the
What? No,
point,
they
I'm
don't.
sorry.
Yeah,
Also
they
with
don't.
Venezuela, I'm sorry, I gotta revert back.
No, no. Go
So
ahead, reboot.
we're gonna they're gonna at first it was we're gonna seize control and we're gonna run the country for
Yeah,
until we get it back in
because they're because they're doing a great
stabilized.
job of running our country. So
Yeah, but wait. So they're gonna take over the oil and all that. So Russia and China are like, motherfucker, y'all ain't slick. Like,
right,
nah,
right.
hell nah. But then did you hear that we're supposed to invest 100 billion in the infrastructure to rebuild the infrastructure of the oil supply in Venezuela? 100 billion. That's a B.
So yes, I heard that. But what I also
Where
heard was
where that
the
money
bit.
coming from? And then we're gonna
But
give
what
it
I
back?
no, no, no. Oh, you didn't hear, Tony? You didn't hear where that money's coming from? Did
No,
you hear? It's coming from
no.
us. We're going to be paying subsidies
Me.
for that. Yes, we're going to be paying subsidies for that. Our tax dollars are going to go towards that. Yes, because here's the thing:
Can't,
big
bro.
oil, big oil, they don't want to deal with that shit. They don't want to deal with that because it costs too much to get that shit running. They got to invest
Hmm.
way too much money over such a long period of time before they're going to be able to recoup any profits from that. So now you may hear that if there are people that are interested, and so those are the little spots that are interested. You're like, oh yeah, because they want to have a piece of that. But big oil, because some of big oil is already there. Some of big oil is already there and got their asses caught up into some stuff, and they're like, yo, okay, we got to be here, and we got to deal with this shit for right now. But they don't want to be there. They don't want to do. They don't want to deal with that because it's going to cost way too much money to pull that out. That's one of the reasons why there's such an issue with Venezuela. Yeah, they got the most oil reserves there, but it's a bitch to try to get that stuff out and
So
get
you
it to the
gotta
market.
so we're supposed to think that we're gonna throw 100 billion at this country that we don't own or run or have any rights to and fix it so that they can get the oil out and then okay, here you go.
Yeah, that won't last. That won't last. That won't last. So what Emil said earlier is definitely key, and it's not only just voting because I think a lot of people get hung up in the voting for president, but you also have to
Small
vote
shit.
not only in midterms, which is coming up, but what you just
Senate,
said, Tony, the small shit.
House,
The
yeah,
Mhm.
small shit, Tony. You gotta
Yeah.
vote locally.
Congress.
You
Yeah.
gotta vote locally
Absolutely.
for federal judges and district attorneys, and you have
City
to vote
judges.
locally.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those things, mayors, governor, like those
City
things
council.
matter.
That shit matter. Mayors
Those
absolutely
things
matter for sure.
Dog, those things
Mhm.
matter, and people have to really and hopefully, maybe one of the things that we can do. I just thought about this, y'all. So I'm gonna put us on Front Street. But I think maybe one of the things that we can do is maybe as we start to get closer to these midterm elections, is really talk more about that and kind of educate people more about those
Absolutely.
things. Because
Yeah,
I
real
tell you,
talk.
for me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like I remember when we had elections before and you run up you look on the ballot like so
Yeah, I
I
know
never
his name.
liked so I never as I like you said, Tony, I would get
Really? I
names and
love
I
that
wouldn't know
shit.
I wouldn't
I
but
love
here's
that.
my reason it's because I would
Mhm.
I would have the ballots and I wouldn't know, especially when you have propositions and stuff, like I wouldn't know what I was voting for because I haven't done
So
any
you
research.
wanna be able to look it up and research it.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
that's what I would do is I would look things up and I would know because honestly I would just go in and I'd be like, okay, I don't know what this person I don't know who this is. So should I vote or should I not? Should I mark something or shouldn't I? You know what I mean?
yeah. That's the
So
way I do it too.
So
That's why I
so
do it
so
like
Mel,
that.
can I stop you there? So probably I wanna say about like 4 years back, you know those little pamphlets that you get in the mail?
uh-huh.
Don't make fun of me. Do not make fun of me. I actually went through those pamphlets and see if there was Republicans, Democrats, because they had like descriptions of what they were pushing underneath it.
Uh-huh.
And so that's how I would mark my who I would vote for.
Based on the party.
Total nerd part. Yeah,
Hey,
because I
email,
believe in the democracy of voting.
Everybody do that.
email,
It ain't just you.
email. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's not just you, brother. That's not just
Oh,
That's a
you.
okay.
lot.
Okay.
Which is
That's on me.
so
Okay.
Emil,
Okay.
which is the reason why I had chose to start doing it from home
Hmm.
because that's how I would vote. I would be like, oh, so it's
Okay.
Democrat. I know Democrats are usually for people. And
Allegedly.
Uh-huh.
I get what people are saying because they want to vote.
Allegedly.
Yes, but because I get what people saying, they want to vote for their parties and whatnot. But I also want to vote for people who I think are going to be for the people. And so that's the way I've always
Absolutely.
felt. But
Yeah, I'm not party specific in it at this point.
right, but I've
It's
changed my
I
point
mean,
of
it
view
does lean a
because
certain way, but
true
you
that,
know,
true that. Yeah,
you
true
know.
that. So look, so
I ain't
again,
voting for that 47 motherfucker. Sorry. My bad.
true
I'm
that
just
too.
outburst.
So again, as we move forward, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the midterms, about voting, about the process of voting, what those things mean. So maybe we can educate our public, the people that are going to be listening to us. We can educate them on some of the
I
things.
like it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, so that are going on. So check this out. So we got a few more minutes left. So before we wrap, I just want to look. I want to thank everybody for coming and checking us out again. Definitely appreciate the people listening to us talk, listen to
Absolutely.
our points of views and things. So definitely have a good time when we're doing this. Talking with my boys and just really kind of chopping
Always.
it up and what we always do and what we usually do. So we like sharing this with everyone. And so hopefully, more and more people will start to, kind of listen and check us out and kind of, see where it's at. So, fellas, y'all got anything else
So
y'all want to?
yeah, before you stop, look, I have a funny. So we talked earlier. All right.
Have a funny
So
is crazy.
mm,
That's gonna be
I
called the
want to talk
segment.
about
I have a
I think
funny.
I haven't heard it like that before, but I have a funny. Okay. Give us your funny.
what?
Oh, a
So
funny
this is
what,
real life.
motherfucker? Story?
This
Oh,
this is
okay,
real
okay.
talk. Real
You
talk.
said funny.
And
You
this is
said funny
about
what?
budgeting and being an adult. So we were supposed to fly out to Vegas tomorrow. And so we was in my home office this morning drinking coffee and stuff like that. Every once in a while we talk about finances. This is what every
Every
married
once
couple
in a
do.
while.
You said every once in a
I'm
while?
Yeah,
sorry,
well,
my bad. My bad. Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
my
I
fault. Let
okay.
him
mean,
cook. Let him
yeah,
cook. Let him cook. My fault. My fault.
every
Okay.
once in a while. Yeah, every
Okay.
once in a while.
Every once in a two,
And
3 years?
so it was like,
2, 3
okay, babe,
years?
like every
Quarterly?
like 2, 3 days.
That's
So
more than once in a
for
while.
clarification, every 2 or 3 days.
That's not once in a while. Cause me and my
It's
wife, we talk
frequently.
every week. So that's less frequent than
Yeah.
y'all. And I wouldn't say every once in a
Yeah.
Oh,
Once
okay,
in
while.
a
I'm
while.
sorry.
Once in a while sounds
I'm sorry.
crazy, but you being funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
every 2 or 3 days. Gotcha.
Okay.
And so
My fault.
so I was like, okay, we need to go ahead and start packing our bags and stuff like that. And Emily came in, use her name, and she's like, you look at the credit card? I was like, okay. Let me look at my credit card. And it was so funny. And I was like, what? No, we fly out tomorrow. Cause you gotta remember, I bought our tickets in December to fly out to Vegas. I
Uh,
booked a hotel in December to to go to Vegas. And I'm like, babe, this is food court money. What happened?
Food
So
court money
It's
her
food court
not
money.
good.
defense,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, right? So her defense is like, we did the big on New Year's Eve. Back up. Me and my wife have not been out on New Year's Eve in about 10 years. And she got a wild hair in her ass. It was like, let's go to this masquerade party.
Where was it, in
We're gonna
Paris?
stay at the Moxie. It's right down the street from them ragged ass
No, he's
Lakers.
talking
Where they
about the
play?
hair.
Oh, Tone, where they play?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, my
Where
bad.
Lakers play?
What happened?
Okay, so
We trying to
it's
figure out what
Moxie.
the hair was. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, sis. Go ahead.
Okay,
I don't
anyway.
want to think about hair
I
yet.
thought
So
it was France. I thought y'all went to
it,
France.
With
no,
hair and
no.
ass, it do sound French.
Anyway, so it was at the Moxie. And so I was like, we spent that much
What's a moxie?
for New Year's Eve? It's a hotel, like I said, it's a couple of blocks down from the crypto center.
Crypto?
Yeah,
They said
crypto.
Cripple Center.
Crypto.
I
Not
got
making
you.
the playoffs in the
So it's
next 3 or
downtown?
4 years. Same difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That sound
Yeah.
like a good time.
And no, we had a ball. I mean, like I said, we have not been out in 10 years. And I was like, oh, this is different. I mean, babe set everything up, hotel reservation to get into the party. It was like 7 different restaurants all in one room. It was open bar. They was walking around with, with the food platter and stuff like that. So it was high
Player
fidelity.
shit.
Yeah, it was nice.
Player
Yeah.
shit. But then
And so I
that
was
bill
like, okay,
came.
babe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that eyes wide shut shit.
Yes. And
See,
so,
I know.
okay, moving
You remember
forward.
that movie? You remember that movie? That's
Yeah. I
that's
watched
an
it.
old ass
Yeah.
movie, but
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
because we took pictures. We have our masquerade play.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's that exclusive
And
shit.
so moving forward.
Also square.
So this morning I'm like, this is not going to work. And so even though I had booked the tickets in December, I'm like, no, I can go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna be out there struggling.
Mm.
So that's a adult type shit. Like when we want to go somewhere, we want to have a good time. And so Mel,
Absolutely.
you had like a glimpse of how Ebony likes to do shit. And
Yeah,
so
I didn't.
yeah.
I was like, okay, if you want to go, we
Tony.
can go. But say what?
I said I didn't.
That's it, Tony.
So I was like, okay, so we can go ahead. I mean, I'm gonna take a hit. I mean, for the hotel, of course, because of the deposit. And I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't a big. It was like $45. But the Southwest, because when I book shit, it's Southwest. When my wife books shit, it's like Delta first class. So
yeah.
we're totally different.
I like
And
Delta
so,
too.
I do too.
do you really?
Yeah, I
I'm a
like Delta.
Southwest guy.
I
I
like
hate
Delta.
Southwest. I ain't gonna
I
lie
only
to
do
you.
Southwest if it's something like Vegas, because
Yeah,
we're so
real quick,
close.
fast, just that
Yeah,
little
it's real
hop.
quick, fast. But
We flew out to Houston in September, and I was on Southwest. I
Yeah.
told Bay never again. I will never,
yeah,
not
yeah.
ever,
I told my
Really?
wife.
unless
I told my
I'm going
wife
to Vegas.
I told my wife I'm too old for that shit to be all cramped up and shit like that with some dumb
No,
shit.
it's real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's real.
Simple.
I can't do that.
I'm very, very simple.
Hey, I am too. I'm simple too. I
Yeah.
simply like to be
I'm not.
comfortable. So
Yeah, I'm
I
not
simply
simple at
like
all.
to be comfortable, and so
I'm
that's what I try
highfalutin.
to.
They tell me.
That's
They
what.
tell me I'm
Huh?
highfalutin. I don't know what that
Well,
means.
I've
Okay,
been
so
I've been told that as well, but I see it
mhm.
as me just there's certain things that I like, and so I try to
I
make
don't
sure
give
I
a
have
fuck.
those. That's all.
I
Yeah,
got you.
That's
stay
all.
fly, nigga.
So
My bad.
so me, I'm Southwest. And so everybody is first class. Which is crazy, but yin yang.
Opposites
And
attract
so
type shit.
Yeah.
yeah. And so I was just like,
So what's the moral of your story, Playboy?
He ain't going.
is being financial responsible.
I got that
It's
earlier today that
important.
he wasn't going.
He
So
said all that to
Adult
say, nigga, I ain't
adult
gonna make it.
being an adult is important. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I
The
mean,
way my
because
bank
we could
account set
easily
up,
went
remember Kevin Hart said that shit? The way my bank
right,
account set
checking
up.
and
right. With my
saving and
bank
set up.
account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We balled
I need to
out
move money over there because that.
we
Yeah.
balled out for the new year, and I ain't fucking got it, nigga. You know what I'm
So
saying? I lost fantasy
yeah, so
football.
because
My other
my
bets
check
ain't
ain't
hitting.
hit. So once my check
You
hit,
know
I
what
can
I'm
move from my
saying? Fuck
savings
that
account
shit.
to my checking account,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
I feel it.
So,
Yeah.
moral of the story:
Yeah.
watch your wife spending when she go on the vacation prior
Always,
before you
always,
plan
Especially if she
shit.
got, especially if
always,
first class and
always.
you simple math.
Yeah. Well, I
nigga.
typically I try to let my wife know beforehand, like, when we go somewhere, I try to let her know beforehand, "Yo, this is what we're spending,"
Yes,
and then
yes.
we share the credit cards, so yeah, so it's now, that doesn't mean that shit doesn't happen, but because I know my wife so well, I always have a backup plan for her too, so,
Mhm.
just that way we don't get.
But does she know that you have a backup plan for her? So does she plies with a net? She knows she has a safety net down there. So she out here doing
So she always knows there's a safety net, but the safety net comes with consequences too, because she don't like to hear my mouth. So that's the
Huh.
thing is like it's like,
okay,
like, yeah,
yeah.
I know he gonna take care of things, but if I do something, I gotta hear
He
his
gon' he
ass. And so here's the thing. My wife hates when I have to sit down and have conversations with her like that. So she tries to stay out of that eye as much as possible.
I ain't gonna
So
lie, y'all. But
well, that's what happens is so
yeah,
when it's messed up and then she comes to me and then she gotta hear me talk. So now shit is cut short now because I gotta feel this back end. I gotta feel the back end now. So it's cut short. So now all of that extra stuff that you be wanting to do, we can't do that now. At least not for right now, because I gotta take care of things.
I ain't gonna
But
lie, y'all.
Okay, so my thing was it was a culture shock because it was like what okay, so we went to New Year's Eve and it was like and so I was like, okay, we gotta go to Vegas. What's going on? It was like, oh, okay. And then remember I was talking and remember I was talking and I was like, if you'd have saw my face in our conversation, I was like, what? This is
Yeah,
what
going out of town on
no.
food court money ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? We've
it's
been
No,
there,
it's
not.
did
not.
that shit.
No,
It's not.
because
No, it's
especially if
not.
you especially if you're doing this like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, that don't
and I'm
math.
like,
Yeah.
That math don't math.
Yeah, yeah.
no. So I don't know if I have to do a better job of managing. I mean, because I trust my wife. Because I mean, we almost 20 years in this. It's
You
just one
better
of those
hey,
things.
you better
I
start
don't
you
know.
better start looking at that ledger, boy. I'm 29 years in this, coming up on 29. You know what I'm saying? Been
Okay,
together longer
real
than that.
talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not great with the bread. You feel me? So she is. So I
Yeah.
just throw it all to her. You know what I'm saying? I got my own separate little uh uh play money that I can do whatever I want to do with. So
Right.
Hmm.
trips and all that stuff, she kind of makes sure it's done. You know, she does chop it up with me and lets me know what's going on.
Right.
Gotta have
But
the
yeah, man,
conversation.
we be doing. I
And
let
I
her
tell
go
you,
though,
like,
but she's better though.
but I tell my wife too, and I was like, "Look, babe, you work just like I do. So I'm not gonna hold you to be like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. I just
They're
want you to
not.
let me know what you're doing. But
Yeah,
yeah, I can't like that would be like that would not be cool if I'm like, oh no, you can't do this, but you working every day just like I am. You bringing
yeah.
in paper and
That's
taking
gonna
care of.
build some resentment.
Yeah, you bringing in paper just like I am. So why would I do that to you? Like I let you have the freedom to do what you do. And she does. And like I say now we have a much better relationship with that because she talks to me and everything is sweet now. So that's how
Hell
we
yeah,
go places and do stuff, we have at it and enjoy ourselves. For sure.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
as we should for
Yeah.
sure.
So
As you should.
All right,
so
fellas.
all right, y'all. So let's go and wrap this up. So
All right.
what
All right.
what's
I know y'all might not have been paying attention because y'all ain't doing shit. Where at work though? And we smacked the little kitties up. What the fuck you
yes.
talking about? Key pound. I'm
Yes.
a pound that. Never mind. I'm sorry. I
Yes.
got a little bit
Yes,
beside
Tony.
myself a little bit. Shit got tight. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I was talking
Yes.
shit early, and then they started kind of popping back off. But we handled that. You know. I'm gonna ask y'all one simple question. Y'all might not know the answer, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Whose motherfucking house?
I
Oh,
don't.
this is Red
Shout out
Kingdom.
that MVP 9.
I
Yeah,
think
This is
9.
Red King.
I think
Hang
I pay
on.
wait. I think
What,
I pay mortgage
huh,
here.
hang
I
on.
Yeah.
This
think
this is Red Kingdom.
this
Hang on.
house,
What, bro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hang
yeah,
on. What,
I
I'm
pay.
this,
talking
this,
about
that's Red Kingdom.
Brave Kingdom. Ain't nobody
This is
going over there.
Red
Y'all eating noodles in
Kingdom.
Grave Kingdom at this point.
I
Well,
know, right?
I'm just it's like
With your high
I
ass whiskey. High end
hey,
whiskey.
I only can talk about real houses, so I'm just gonna say I pay
Whatever,
mortgage
nigga.
here. So
Yeah, I understand. We
just,
all pay
Hey,
mortgages.
like I
You feel
said,
what I'm saying?
I can't.
we needed a break because our legs was tired.
Your legs is tired.
Offensive line was tired.
Sure.
Don't
You
worry
know,
about
Yeah,
it. I got
yeah.
you.
tight end
Yeah, but nah,
tired.
shout out to Nine.
Tony Yeah, for sure,
Shout out to
y'all.
them
Hey,
doggone
hey,
Rams. You feel
keep
me?
doing y'all
Mhm.
thing, because as you
Thank you,
know,
man. I
I
know
still
secretly Melvanti is fucking with me because he loved Matt.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
still got love for Stafford.
long as y'all
Yeah.
beat the
You know what I'm
Just like
Eagles.
saying?
Just beat the Eagles.
I got you.
Beat the
Don't even
Yes.
Eagles.
worry about that. I
Okay.
got something to
Yeah.
that.
I
For
can't
I
sure.
still got love
I
for
can't
y'all.
tolerate another
I
back-to-back
got you.
champion.
Don't even worry
Yeah,
Keep
about that. I
that up.
we
got
don't
you.
do
I
that.
got some of them
Mm.
birdies too. Kitties, birdies, whining. If the whiters mess around and win, I get them. You feel me? I think I no, I don't.
All right.
They go up to Seattle. That's right. That's right. All right. But yeah, fellas, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead
No
and
doubt.
wrap this up for all of us. We went a little long, but we had to give y'all some real talk.
Yeah, yeah.
As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We
Thank
on
you.
the road. The path is long, but we want everybody to come with us and join along with us and bring a friend, bitch.
Yes, for
Respectfully,
sure.
Gotcha.
Check us
All
out.
right.
Yeah.
So
like,
on
comment,
my
share,
part,
subscribe.
I appreciate you coming out. Always thinking about, life balance, mental health is always important. Take some time off. Cause remember, if you fall out, your job is going to replace you. So always remember
Man,
that.
that's real.
All right,
No
man.
doubt. All right, Dan. Hey, everybody, thanks again for joining us. Thanks again for coming out. We'll
Shout
see
out
y'all
to the
soon.
captain.
No doubt.
Squad.
All right. One.